This is the first of a few videos on area in the series on measurement. In previous videos, we looked at length, perimeter, and circumference. In this video, we'll look at what area is, converting units of area, finding the area of squares, rectangles, and triangles. Area is the interior space of a shape, often referred to as the amount of space contained inside that shape. Common units for measuring area are square millimeters, square centimeters, square meters, square kilometers, and hectares. Here we have a rectangle of side lengths 3 meters and 8 meters. The area of the rectangle, or any shape that is the number of square units contained within the shape. If we overlay a grid on top, you could easily count up the number of square units, in this case square meters, within the shape. Another way to do it is to multiply the length times the width to find the area, which is 24 meters squared. In this case, 8 times 3 equals 24 meters squared. Area units are simply the normal metric length squared. The relationship between area units can be obtained using the conversion for length. For example, a square centimeter is obtained by multiplying 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equivalent to 10 millimeters. If we multiply these together, we get 100 millimeters squared. Therefore, 1 centimeter is equivalent to 100 millimeters squared. Here we have a conversion chart which shows how to convert between units of area. A 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer square is 1,000 meters by 1,000 meters in size. This means to convert from kilometers squared to meters squared, we'd have to multiply by 1,000 by 1,000, or 1,000 squared. A 1 meter by 1 meter square is 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters in size. This means to convert from meters to centimeters, we'd have to multiply by 100 by 100, or 100 squared. Let's look at a couple of examples. If we have 7 kilometers squared, how many meters squared is it? Using our chart, we can identify that we need to multiply by 1,000 squared, or 1 million. So we get 7 kilometers squared is equal or equivalent to 7 million meters squared. If we're given 150 centimeters squared, how many meters squared is it? In this case, we're going to divide by 100 squared, or 10,000. So 150 centimeters squared is equivalent to 1.5 meters squared. In the metric system, there's a special additional unit for area called a hectare. A hectare is 100 meters by 100 meters. To convert between a hectare and meters squared, we need times by 100 squared. So 10 hectares squared in this example is equivalent to 100,000 meters squared. So we're given 4,500 hectares. How many kilometers squared is it? We need to divide by 100. So 4,500 hectares is equivalent to 45 kilometers squared. Let's look at the area of a square. You might recall a square is a plane flat shape, 4 equal straight sides with 4 90-degree angles. Therefore, to find the area of the square, we just need to multiply the side lengths by each other. In this case, we get L squared because the side lengths are all the same. Let's look at an example. We have a square with side length 3 meters. We know that they're all 3 meters and it's a square because there's a little dash on all of the sides indicating they're the same length. In this case, we rewrite our formula with our value. So we get the area is 3 squared. Therefore, the area is 9 meters squared. Again, if we overlaid a grid on top of this, we'd easily be able to count the number of square meters obtained within the square. Let's look at the area of a rectangle. Now we've already touched on this. So we have a rectangle here of length by width. We say the area of the rectangle is the length times the width. Let's look at an example. With this rectangle, we have length 4.5 meters, width 2 meters. So we rewrite the formula with our values. And we calculate the area to be 9 meters squared. Again, we could overlay a grid on top of this rectangle to count up the number of meters squared. But the quick way to do it is to use the formula and do 4.5 times 2 to equal 9 meters squared. Okay, let's look at a triangle. So you'll notice we've got a triangle here and the height has been identified and the base has been identified. The area of a triangle is calculated by half the height, or the perpendicular height times the base. You'll notice that if we overlay a square on top of the triangle actually takes up half of the square, and that's where the formula is derived from. So if we multiplied the base times the height for the square, we get the area of the square. In this case, the triangle takes up half the area of the square, and that's where the formula is derived from. Let's look at a triangle of height 3 millimeters and base 2 millimeters. We rewrite our formula with our values, and we evaluate, and we get the area of this triangle is 3 millimeters squared. Okay, that's it for this video on area. In the next video, we'll look at the area of other quadrilaterals. Then we're going to look at areas of circles, sectors, and ellipses. And then we'll look at area of composite shapes and irregular shapes. And then we'll look at volume and capacity. Thank you.